Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do another beauty tag. I keep doing these, but this one I was tagged in by Honey Bunny Things, and yeah, I thought it would be fun. It is called the Not Your Basic Booty Guru tag, which obviously I'm not even a beauty guru, so I do feel like this is a little bit out of my comfort zone even talking about this, because a lot of these questions I think are aimed for a lot bigger YouTubers, and I don't even consider myself a YouTuber at this point. I just post on YouTube. But yeah, I was tagged, and I've been doing a tagging series, so I thought it'd be fun. I'll just do it. And Honey Bunny Things is actually Lily. She has a YouTube channel, and she also has an Instagram, and she's Project Pans. And she does her like get ready with me shorts and everything like that. So I will link her down in my description along with all these questions. There are a lot of questions. We're doing my makeup. I don't know if I'll get to all of the questions. I might skip a few if they're not very interesting to me. There are 17 questions and I might struggle to get through them all, but let's get started. Okay, so the first one is, people tend to think that beauty YouTubers are experts or should be good at doing makeup. Obviously, this is not the case. What's one thing you struggle with doing? Definitely eyeliner. I definitely struggle with eyeliner. I think I struggle anything to do with my eyes, to be honest. I don't do the most beautiful, intricate eyeshadow looks. I don't blend that much either. I'm just going to be using my Earthly palette from Beauty Bay because I'm still trying to do an No Pan Left Behind on this. And oh my word, it's just taking me years to do this, but we're gonna go in with a green look today. But yeah, I think eyeshadow, and also, I don't know if I'm not that good at it, but whenever I put lip product on my lips, it just doesn't actually. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna put a base. I'm gonna do the eyeshadow base. I always go in straight away, and then I regret not actually doing things properly because I'm talking at the same time. I do get quite distracted. When I do my makeup and I'm not talking and not filming, I do spend a little bit more time, but when I'm filming a video, I do feel like I rush a little bit too. But anyway, yeah, I think the answer to the question is, what do I don't think I do very well? I would say eye looks, like eyeshadow and definitely eyeliner and things like that. I just don't spend a lot of time doing them, and I think that's probably why they're not the best. So it says, on that note, are there any makeup techniques that you want to improve on? I mean, it would be nice to improve on how to do my eyeshadow, but honestly, it's not even a goal for me. I think I'm okay with, I think now, when I was younger, I was so bad at matching my skin tone. I think now I'm okay. I still tend to do a little bit too light for my skin, but then I just go in with the bronzer and I whack it all over the place. So I don't know. I mean, what do I want to improve on? Maybe just my eyeshadow and maybe blending, and I don't know, maybe color theory. I think that would be a little bit more interesting to me. I was contacted by, what is it called? The Makeup Academy, like the online makeup academy, and they wanted to give me the free course. And I've seen some people do this as well. And I said, look, this sounds great, but I don't want to be a makeup artist. Like, they were offering me this free course, and then I'd have access to all of these US-based products online. And I said, well, look, you know, I mean, that sounds great, but I'm not in the US. Like, that's not really gonna help me, and I don't really want to be a makeup artist. So what is really the benefit of me doing a video for you? Because really they wanted me to do a video, obviously, in exchange for doing the course. It's a free course. I would get like an online certification or whatever, but I just didn't think that it was for me because that is just not my calling. All right, next question is, are there any makeup looks, trends, or techniques that you refuse to do or follow yourself? I know I've said this multiple times, but I think that it's got to be, you know, maybe eyeliner, like graphite liner. It's not like I refuse, but I just don't do them. Although I did play with some water activated graphite liner recently, and that was a lot of fun. But definitely lip liner and anything to do with brow products, I just don't do. I don't contour either, so that could be another thing. I mean, I have a little bit of a cheekbone, but I have quite a big face, and so you know, I don't sculpt my face. Maybe I should do that. Are there any makeup trends or styles that you used to dislike but now love, or vice versa, that you used to love and dislike? Oh, I mean, maybe wearing eyeshadow. It's not like I was against wearing eyeshadow, but I went for like 10 years not wearing any eyeshadow, and I would just do maybe a tiny pop of shimmer in my inner corner and just mascara, and that was it, and maybe a little bit of liner. That's what I did mostly in my 20s. I just didn't do eyeshadow, not even like basic eyeshadow. And now it's hard for me to leave the house without doing some eyeshadow, and maybe because I've just got so sucked into the habit, and also it's just fun and it's relaxing just to sit here and do my makeup. Honestly, it is quite nice just to have that time to myself, because I don't really get that much time to myself anymore. So that in itself is a pleasure. So maybe that is big eyeshadow that I never really used to do. It's not like I didn't love it. I used to do it when I was in school, but I stopped doing it. And now I do it all the time. I think vice versa, something that I love that I don't do anymore. I don't know. I mean, I did used to wear a lot more like dark, deep maroon red lipstick, which I don't anymore. There's more of a staple for me. It was kind of a staple for me back then too, but I definitely wore it more. And I definitely did not like wearing lip gloss at all, and now I don't mind it. So maybe something like that. It's not things that I absolutely love or hate. I mean, it's a question that I can't really answer, but I think that's as best as I can answer it. Are there any makeup or beauty trends that most people hate but you secretly like? Most people hate. What do you guys hate? I don't know what most people hate. What do you hate? I don't know. What do most people hate? See, so many people love the cream product and like glossy face, but other people don't. I don't know. I don't think there is anything, if I'm gonna be completely honest, because I kind of try everything. I just don't know what most people hate, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Maybe liquid lipsticks. Not a lot of people like them, but I still like them. As long as they're not like super drying, I think they're fine. I use a lot of my green eyeshadow because of the no pan left behind. So you'll notice I'm just putting a lot of green on at the moment because I'm trying to get my use out of it. I'm cheating a little bit with the no pan left behind, but you know, I'm just doing what I can to get it done, because I really want to roll this out of my stash and stop playing with some other eyeshadow. I mean, I have so many other palettes that I haven't even touched. I have new palettes that I want to work on. So yeah, I'm just really wanting to get through this. Also, everyone voted for the 3 Licks 1 palette for the Earthly palette. So I'm kind of doing that at the same time. I don't know, we'll see. Any makeup rules or stereotypes that bother you? No. I would say no. I feel like I just don't agree. No, nothing really bothers me. I mean, like makeup is so, you know, personable. So like, and it's subjective. Like, it's so subjective. So if you like a certain thing about makeup and I don't, I'm not gonna like criticize that, you know, and I don't think other people should either. I'm gonna skip the next 2, but this one is, what beauty content do you love creating the most? So it's definitely different from what actually is popular on my channel, and I think most people would say this just from what I've seen other people say, but I do think people enjoy sitting down and doing their makeup and doing get ready with me's, but they don't get that much views, you know, when you've got a subscriber base that I do. It's, you know, it's just, you know, you've got some people who enjoy it and some people who just don't look at it because they want to maybe see new products or they want to see panning videos and things like that. But for me, the ones that are most enjoyable to create are the ones where I'm just doing my makeup. But it doesn't even mean that I'm even doing good makeup. It's those ones. I also like trying out new makeup because I think it's fun in the video. And I really used to do a lot of unboxing videos, like mystery boxes or subscription boxes, and that was fun to do too because it was like, oh, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? But I've stopped doing those, not because they weren't popular, because they were pretty decently popular, but I was getting too much makeup and that's a whole other story. So yeah, I think those were the ones that I enjoyed doing. I do like to do ranking videos and things like that, but sometimes they can take a little bit of time because you have to think, you have to like rank it, and I don't know, it's not my favorite. I mean, I would say it's not my favorite, but that is fun. It's just not my favorite. I think my favorite would be just sitting down and talking and doing my makeup, because that in itself is pleasurable. Okay, next question is there any content you created based on audience requests or interest that you don't actually like but prefer not to create, but you created them basically because other people wanted you to do it? Right now, no. I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do. But I used to do like a favorites video. I only went on for probably a few months because I just didn't enjoy doing it. But I used to do my beauty favorites, and that wasn't that enjoyable. Like I don't watch videos like that myself. So I found it quite hypocritical of me to do a video like that and expect people to watch it when I don't even watch those videos myself. I know a lot of people do, but I don't like those videos. I just find them a bit dull. So I stopped doing those because I just wanted to do videos that I like doing, and that was not one of them. But that was definitely one of the ones that I can think of that I did try to do and I just stopped doing. I think another one that I stopped doing, but it's not because I don't like doing it. I just saw that nobody really cared for it, as I used to do more skincare videos. And I did a shop my stash for skincare, but then I realized I wasn't getting through my skincare fast enough to have to swap it out every month, and it wasn't really working out for me. But I did used to do videos like that, but that was more for myself, not for anybody else. So yeah, I think it was just the favorites video where I thought it would be something that people would want to see because I see other people doing it, but for me I didn't like it, so I stopped doing it. Okay, next question is, how often do you film? I don't really know. I try to post 3 times a week. So I try to post actually sometimes 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes I just do 2 videos. Once or twice in the month I might do just 1 video in that week. Really depends on how busy I am and what video ideas I have. Sometimes I go really dry in my ideas and I have no inspiration to film, or yeah, I just don't really know what to talk about. And other times I have a lot of ideas and I film, or I have things to talk about. It just really kind of depends. But in terms of filming schedule, I don't really have a schedule of when I film. I just film when I can. I'm gonna go into this shade. This is a really beautiful shade. So I just, yeah, I definitely film. I mean, if I post 3 to 4 videos a week, I film that amount a week, right? At the moment, I'm filming quite a lot ahead of time because my family is coming to stay, like my parents are coming to stay with us for a month. And aside from the Project Pan updates and maybe the Shop My Stash update, or like the Project 10 Uses update, everything else I'm trying to film in advance because I don't want to not post, but I know I'm not going to want to film while they're here or have to stress or think about filming. And the Project Pan videos are usually short videos anyway, so those, and obviously I'll still be working on all those products, so I can't really film those in advance because I'm not going to get the uses on the products, and it's not really going to be anything worth filming if I do that. Do you have a job outside of YouTube? Absolutely. I would not be able to afford to live if I did not. I've said this in a few videos now because I got monetized back in July last year, right? So that was very exciting because I had already reached my watch hours at that point, and I was just waiting to get to 1,000 subscribers. It took me a really long time to get to 1,000 subscribers compared to like other people that I'd seen. I think some people get the watch hours after they hit the 1,000. So it's nice to have known that people were watching my videos, that at least were subscribed or looking at my videos. But actually clicking the subscribe button took a little bit of time. And I feel like it's sped up pretty fast since then, which is really nice. Which is really nice to see that momentum speed up. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have a full-time job. We wouldn't, you know, we could technically survive because obviously my partner works, but I like to have some money in the bank, and I don't want to have to rely on anybody else for that. So of course I want to make my own money, and I don't, even though I was monetized a year ago almost, like coming up to a year ago, I make hardly any money. So, you know, even if I was a single person just doing YouTube, I wouldn't be able to live off of it. It's just not enough. So it's just, right now it's like, oh, fun money, but you know, if it turns into anything else, that would be really cool. But yes, I have a full-time job. Next question is, what beauty concept do you enjoy consuming or watching the most? Probably eyeshadow palette collections, declutters. I think a lot of people like watching those. I do like to watch Shop My Stashes because I'm nosy about what other people have. Occasionally I'll watch the Get Ready With Me, but honestly, it takes me a while to warm up to new people, and I think that's probably the case for a lot of people. It's not often, like I subscribe to people very often, but and I might see their videos in my feed, but I might not necessarily watch all of their videos because I still don't really know that person, and I'm not like, oh, I gotta watch this video. But there's obviously a good selection of people that I watch on the regular because I like their personalities, and I've kind of gotten to know them in a sense based on what they talk about and the type of videos that they do. And also just depends on my mood. Sometimes I do not want to watch a declutter video. I do not want to watch excess amount of makeup being thrown away or given away. And other times I just want to indulge in that. So it really depends on my mood. I do watch new makeup releases sometimes, and I obviously watch Angie a lot. So she does different kinds of content every single day. I don't watch all of her videos. If it doesn't interest me, I just don't watch it. But if it's a brand, like a new brand that she's testing out, or a brand that I've never tried and I'm interested in it, then I will look at it. Or if she has some interesting things to talk about, then I watch those. But it really just depends on my mood. So there's no like actual thing that I always am going to watch. I obviously watch panning videos. I don't watch all of them, I have to admit, because there are so many, and there's so many with different themes and everything. And you know, sometimes I binge those, and sometimes I do not want to watch any panning content because I'm so consumed of my own. I don't even want to watch anything that's beauty related on YouTube. So it just depends on how I feel. All right, I feel like I've used all of the shades now in this palette, because there was a few shades that I knew I had to use. I think I've used everything now, so now I can just play, because I do want to lighten it up a little bit. So now I love this shade Ray. I think it's probably the nicest shade in here. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I'm just gonna pop that over here. So I do want to lighten it up a little bit. Oh, it's gorgeous, this shade, gorgeous. Are there any misconceptions because of YouTube or Instagram that you wish people knew about or hope to change with your channel? I'm not really sure I understand the question, to be honest. The only thing that springs to mind is like, once you get monetized, you start making some decent money, which is not the case. But I think most people know that. It's not really a misconception. Oh, maybe the misconception is this. If I have the same amount of subscribers as someone else, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be making the same amount of money on our videos, because that's all to do with like watch time on your actual videos and the views. You get paid for every 1,000 views and whatnot. And there is an RPM, which I am not going to pretend to explain because I don't fully quite understand it, but it's really it is basically what the advertisers are willing to pay for those 1,000 views, and that really like changes daily. So sometimes like I might have a really low RPM, which means that I get paid way less than somebody who might have an exactly like similar sized channel to me and similar content. They might, for some reason have a higher one and they will get paid more money per 1,000 views. So that's I don't know anything about Instagram and things like that, because I don't have a, you know, I don't even have like 500 followers on Instagram. My Instagram is really tiny, and it's just kind of for fun, so I don't really like focus on my Instagram. But on YouTube, I would say that is, and there's a lot of videos, and I looked up a lot of videos before I got monetized, and I kind of understood all of that. But there might be people who don't really know, or just figuring that out, and I think that is a misconception sometimes. But that's the only thing I can think of. I don't really know. I missed one. Any non-makeup channels that you love? Yeah, there are a lot. I mean, there's a lot of commentary channels that sometimes talk about makeup drama and all that, and I occasionally watch those. Otherwise, I don't really, there's only like maybe one channel that I watch that's true crime, and she does her makeup while she does a true crime, but I don't watch all of her videos either because I have to be in the mood. There's like mukbang channels that I watch, embarrassingly enough, and there are some really interesting like space videos, space channels. I know that's kind of nerdy. I watch those. I watch a lot of gaming channels. I actually watch AgapeLoveGirl, which is really shocking to say if you even know who he is. All right, let's start doing my makeup because I'm running out of questions. I thought I have all my makeup done by now, but I've just been like playing around with all these greens. I think I've got all the greens now in that palette. I really hope so, because I just want to roll out. It's a beautiful palette. There are some stunning shades, but I am quite sick of the green. Ever felt unqualified or a bad YouTuber because you don't do things like other beauty YouTubers? No, I don't think so. This is fun. This is like a hobby of mine. I'm not trying to compete. Honestly, it took me 2 years to get monetized. Some people, it takes them months, and they blow up, and some people it takes longer. You know, I joined a lot of forums just to kind of understand what I was getting myself into, and I wasn't delusional, I think, in the way that I went about it. I think I knew it was going to take a long time, and when I first posted my first videos, you know, and I got like 10 views, I was like, oh my gosh, there's like 10 people who are watching my video. It was exciting to me. So, and it's still really exciting. Like, people are actually still watching me. And sometimes I get comments where, oh, I remember watching you when you were just, your son was so tiny and now look at him. And that's really like interesting, because you've been watching me then for 3 years, and I don't know, I mean, that's kind of crazy. Like, thank you. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, unqualified. No, because I'm not telling people how to do their makeup. You know, I'm not that type of channel. And if you don't like something that I like, I don't really care, because if I like it, you know, or if you like something that I don't like, I don't care as well, because I accept that we all like different things. We all have different skin textures. We're all different ages. We all have different types of lives and preferences, and it is just what it is. I really honestly accept everyone for what they like and don't like, and I'm not going to be upset over somebody who, you know, says they don't like a brand that I like, or an eyeshadow palette that I like, or vice versa. If I hate something and they love it, I'm not going to hold that against them, unless they're trying to make me buy it, which I'm like, no. You know, so many people, and I think I might get comments, I might not, you know, depending on who watches this, but so many people keep telling me to try Odin's Eye. That's like, and you know, you might be right. You might be like, you know, absolutely right, I should try them. Their formula is better. I've only tried the bad formula. But at the same time, there's like a stubbornness in me, and I'm like, I don't want to. And you know why? Because they just released those 2 new palettes. And guess what? All of those beauty influencers are pushing it and shoving it down our throats. They all released the same video all at once, talking about those 2 palettes, how they're so great and the quality is so amazing. And you know what it is? It's because they have all had palettes with Odin's Eye. They've got a really good relationship with Odin's Eye. And yeah, fair enough. Maybe the quality is amazing, but I do think that I would be disappointed if I got those palettes. What is going on with this? It's like dried on here. That's weird. Hello? Are you gonna move? Oh my gosh, this foundation is not moving. What is going on? That's so weird. So I don't know, that kind of put me off, the fact that they all did the same thing. I'm just like, okay. It's just one video after another on my feed talking about those 2 palettes. And yeah, maybe they're amazing. But you know, they were all sent it in PR. Of course they're going to talk about it. They've all had their own palettes. You know who I'm talking about. They've all had their own palettes with Odin's Eye. And I think those palettes look stunning. I'm not gonna lie. I might cave and I might go buy them. But there is a part of me that thinks I will regret it, because I have 3 palettes from Odin's Eye, and there are 2 palettes that are nice. Like, they're nice, it's just the color story isn't great. But like, the formula is okay. There's just one particular palette, which is the Alpha, which I don't think the formula is good. And the people who had the Alpha say the shimmers are great and the mattes are bad. And I completely disagree. I think the mattes are good and the shimmers are bad. So it's all about preference. And I just think I might have a different preference to other people. And that doesn't make me wrong or right, it just makes me me. Anyway, that was a little bit of a rant. Probably an unnecessary rant right there, but I don't know. I think maybe I'm just being stubborn about it, because so many of you have commented saying I need to try it and it's really nice and I'm missing out. And it might be the case, but there are so many other palettes out there that I'm also missing out on, and I don't know, I feel a bit iffy about it. If you could collab with a brand, it's a good question to lead on to, who would it be and what would you create? Okay, I kind of thought about it because I almost filmed this video, I want to say a month ago, and I didn't end up liking the look that I did, so I kind of scrapped it. But I did think about what I would say on this question, and I don't think I would do a makeup product, because I don't think I have any right to put out a makeup product. The only thing that I could possibly do would be some kind of skincare item. Even though I do not talk about skincare on my channel really all that much, it's something that makes more sense to me, but maybe not necessarily to you. I love my serums, and I would absolutely promote the heck out of a serum if I had my own serum with a brand and I could do a collab. Eyeshadow, it wouldn't go anywhere. I don't do my eyeshadow well enough to be able to push an eyeshadow palette. I would never be approached by a brand to do something like that. I'm not a huge blush person. I'm not a huge bronzer person. There's no like actual special techniques that I do in terms of my makeup. So it doesn't make any sense. This question for me right now does not make any sense in terms of my world and my view. But when it comes to skincare, I would absolutely be more interested in that. But again, I don't talk about it. So again, it doesn't really make sense. Oh, the question is, which brand would you collab with? Okay, so if it was skincare, I think I would want to collab with Pi Skincare. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're just they are a UK company, but they sell all over the world. So that's one that, because I do like their skincare. I've tried it, I love it. They are all organic. They're very, very, they don't like use any harsh ingredients. It's all for sensitive skin. It's just really nice, beautiful packaging, and just like, I would probably work with them, which is kind of funny. But also there is another one, which is a Nordic brand. Lumine. I think they would be very interesting to work with too, although I've not tried them, but I definitely have been almost buying their products. Like every week I'm like almost buying a lot of their products. I think those two, to be honest, not like huge skincare brands in the grand scheme of like YouTube, like what people talk about and stuff, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that and just do the rest of my makeup. I did skip some questions, but they're just questions that don't really interest me in terms of like having like an answer for them. The last one is name 3 creators that you think deserve more recognition. And to be fair, I don't really know the top of my head. I might tag some people in this video if you guys want to do that, or just, you know, maybe they're the ones who I think deserve more recognition, but honestly I feel like that's like favoritism, and I don't really want to do that because there are a lot of people who deserve more recognition. So yeah, actually I don't think I will tag anybody but if you want to do the video, you know, just let me know that you're doing it and I'll watch along. But thank you so much, Lily, for tagging me. It's been a lot of fun. I'm just going to quickly do my makeup and I will be right back. Alright, this is my final look. I did some, what did I do? Mascara, lip gloss, a little bit itty bitty freckles, and I sprayed my face so I'm all nice and shiny now. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, if you did watch this far. And I hope you're all doing well. If you watch this far, put a little sunshine icon in the comment if you want to. If you don't, then that's fine. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!